Alright guys, so welcome. Um Looking at the trade you took last week, call it out. Um I realized Friday, Friday I think, and looking to trade off the Canadian core retail sales that was coming out. Right, 8:30 New York time. Right. So we're hoping to see some volume coming. We didn't get volume, but then we try to see some setups that we may um capitalize on any Canadian pair, right? And we're able to double down on Australian dollar to Canadian dollar, right? So, um, if it, as we see here, we have like an impulsive sell to the downside from the middle time frame, right? But going down to the daily time frame, you can see this impulsive sell, right? The weekly time frame we had some weeks ago. Price is collectively moving up, right? And it has moved to a particular key level that has tested itself for some weeks now, some months now actually. So yeah, then this is for people to actually look at selling from here, right? I mean, it's not a bad idea, right? But I would prefer um if we can have price trade or actively move to this supply zone up here, right? I mean, it's a more premium price than this, and I'm sure everyone likes to buy a premium. I mean, like if you have it, I mean, everyone likes to sell a premium, right? So if you have something that's pricey, if there's a tendency for it to go higher than that price, so you could sell it, you would take it, right, so that you could make more money, basically, right? So now, um, but then I saw price setting up on this day, Friday, right? We've seen from previous days, price has been trickling um around this area, has been ranging around this area basically, and we have to see like get to see a breakout to either direction up to to the upside and to the downside, right? So we should be expecting price to either go up, break to the upside, or break to the downside, right? So because I'm expecting price to still go higher a bit, I'm looking to actually um, see price continue going higher. And if I see something that makes sense for me to buy, to continue buying, right? To till I can see a good sell set up there. Why not? So having to see like the previous day closed bullish, basically feel the week of the previous day, right? Which was Thursday. Wednesday's week was filled by Thursday's week candle, right? So we're looking to see how we can continue to trade price higher and then have a more bullish sentiment, right? So, but mind you, we are seeing the range, so we are trading the range basically. But if you can understand structure, you can be able to effectively trade the range. So yeah, having to see structure, right? You see that price tried to break above but could not close below. So having to see price now close above, we are hoping that we can see, we should expect price to retrace and then push higher, that kind of thing, right? So that was what we banked on, and we tried to find where our demand zone was, right? We found our demand zone around this area basically. We tried to um, make it more precise and try to trim it a little bit, and we were able to find it around this zone, right, on the 50 minutes. So it was more like a 50-minute demand zone, but still there, an RE demand zone, right? But our stops was basically supposed to cover the whole of the demand zone found in the hourly time frame. But then since we were able to make it more precise on the 50 minutes, we did that. So our entry was um so our entry was on the 50 minutes basically. Why? Because we found a more precise um demand level or demand zone on 50 minutes, right? So we if we found it on the hourly time frame, we have waited for uh, an hourly closure. I mean, that's my plan basically. So I didn't want to take it off the hourly time frame, so I decided to take it on 50 minutes to just maximize profits, right? increases my risk to reward. But then I love to make my stops cover the my demand or supply as well, right? So with that said, we're able to find our 50 minutes demand zone, right? Around here somewhere. So we waited for a confirmation. Once we saw this first initial candle, it took the trade buys. This first initial candle on the zone, right? We took the buys and then placed our stops below. So we had this kind of drawdown here. We entered in this second position, right? And still place stops below. Then we saw price triple. So we are looking to manage the trade basically to see what happens. When you can see the price started moving impulsively to the downside, right? Which is maybe price reacting to a supply zone somewhere there, right? So there are possibilities that price decides to stop us out. Already we've moved our stops. Stops are currently around this level, right? So by the time of market open, we should move our stops to this level here. That's why I have my target here. So we might move our stops here, just basically for your structure, right? So if we had price close above this level here, we'll have moved our stops to this level, but we did not, right? So we're waiting to see that happen. We're waiting to see that happen. Well, so far, wait to see market open so that we can basically trade our stops and manage the trade, and we don't have to like lose anything. That's it, right? That kind of thing. I mean, like it's good. It's good amount of profits we've been able to like gather because of having to like manage and try to minimize our risk, but then make more profit. So that's one thing traders need to take note of. You're not just here to make money; you're also here to manage your risk. Right? It's very important. In fact, one of the ways to make more money in the market is having to just minimize your risk. I mean, even the risk you are set to take on a trade, you can still manage it properly. Even if you lose the trade, you may not lose up to what you initially wanted, and that's a very smart way to trade. Right? It's very crucial to understand that. So, I mean, to know that we're able to take what I mean. If you took this trade on the hourly time frame, right? Waited for a um, bullish candle, right? We may not have had the kind of risk reward. Okay, imagine someone actually taking a trade after this candle, this huge bullish candle, right? Because this trade was taken at New York session, so I I I don't know if I would have been able to. I think this would have been an entry here. So I don't think there's a difference actually. There's a much difference on this one. But usually, right, if you take your trade in 50 minutes, right? Sometimes when you hourly time frame move and you close, right? Your candle may be so huge, and then when you have to enter, you have a lot of pips for your stop loss, right? It happens like that actually. So that way your risk reward is not so. It's good as long as it's good. For me, I see every trade that is at least a 1 to 2 as a very good trade. Right? But if there's a way you can get more, why not? Do you understand? It's very crucial. So if you can if you can actually, like I said, minimize your risk or manage your risk and then look for ways to get more, why not? I mean, it's stressless. It's just thinking ticket. So that's the idea. So for me, if I see um, a healthy demand or supply level, right? I'm gonna take it and then we'll look to um, make the most out of the trade basically. So yeah, let's see how this goes. Um, we'll be tracking it to see when we hit TP, right? Or if price hits our stops, right? So like I said, we're looking to move our stops to this previous structure, and yeah, we'll see what happens by tomorrow. Yeah, in a few hours, basically, market opens in about my time. Market opens in 9 minutes literally. Serious, right? So see how that goes. Anyways, so I'm gonna update you guys on this trade. We'll be going live this week, couple of days. So I'll let you guys know. If you've not joined the Telegram channel, feel free to click the link in the description and then you can join. And then if you're interested in mentorship, there's also a message on the Telegram channel for you to follow, and then you can be a part of that. And yeah, If you've not, please like and subscribe if you're able to get something out of this, right? And then share if you think someone can actually learn from this, if you know someone who can learn from this, right? And then I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.